And I say welcome to another episode of MixxDrinks, where we bring to you the best of entertainment from our hood to yours. You're welcome. As always, your man Big Case. To my far left, we got the one and only Kara. 2 rounds.
That's it. That's me. Sometimes 3, maybe.
4, 5, you know.
You know.
And I always bring you something dope. And today ain't no different. Without further ado, I bring to you MGC Klass. We've been chasing you down for a minute, man.
Man,
whether you on vacation or whether the California elements is happening with heavy rainstorms and y'all having to swim from your city down here. But we here.
2023 was a year, bro. It was
Definitely,
a year.
definitely. I'm ready for some Cali sunshine now.
Yeah, man.
Put my tax dollars to work.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, tell people where you're from.
From Beaufort, South Carolina originally. I don't know if anybody ever heard of Beaufort, but you know what I'm saying? A lot of people never have heard of Beaufort. That's where I'm from originally. Grew up in Boston, Roxbury. You know what I'm
People
saying?
heard of Roxbury.
Yeah. Graduated high school in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And went to college at Winston-Salem State University, North Carolina. So, yeah.
So you moved around a lot.
Yeah, dad's military, so you know how that go.
And what brought you to Cali?
Music, man. You know, my brother was out here. My brother went to Full Sail for music, and I moved out here. You know, we had put together a studio, but then he went through some shit, and so he moved back. But I stayed. I was like, I'm gonna stay and make it happen out here. And, you know, I bumped into DJ Rec, man, and the rest is history.
How long ago was that?
12 years.
So that's the link.
Yeah.
Rec.
Oh, Rec is the
He's the glue.
Rec.
He's that guy.
And,
That's the Dr. Dre of San Diego.
Yeah, Dr.
Yes.
Dre of San Diego.
Yes, sir.
I know Rec for a long time. He's the part owner of this lovely establishment we call SoungeLounge.
Yeah.
And we'll get a little deeper into that. And I know Rec from, I'll tell you how far me and Rec go back.
He told me like 20.
Easy. I met him when he's like, yo, I want to learn how to play the keyboard, and I think I want to start, he was always a DJ.
Right.
I think I want to start producing music.
Right,
And you see where that led him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Rec serious, man.
When I was at MC, he was my producer. And he been everybody's producer. I mean, he's the best kept secret of
not for too long though.
California. Enough people know about him.
Yeah.
But not enough people know about him.
No, the world need to.
The world need to know about him. And I like that. You gonna help bring that there.
We gonna make it
And he's a
happen.
humble kind of guy, you know.
Oh, like
He's low key. He's a very humble guy.
like Rec is like he's like Rec is a unicorn.
Yeah.
Like he's like a model citizen, like model human being type of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's one of one, and
he's one of the ones.
like I said, I remember when he was wanting to learn how to play a keyboard. To now, this is his bread and butter. This is how he makes his living. So,
yes, sir.
shouts out to that. Big shout out to
DJ
Shout out, Rec.
Shout out my brother. Yes, sir.
All right, so let's talk about hip hop. When did you discover that you fucking loved hip hop? First of all, and then we'll lead into what made you decide that I'm gonna pursue this.
Man. All right, so I'm from Carolina, obviously, right? So we didn't start really hearing rap till about maybe 81. You know what I mean?
But then the big birth of that shit though, that's a good time to start
Yeah,
hearing
you
stuff.
know what I'm saying? Like I know it was in New York way before that, but we didn't start really hearing it till like maybe like 81 or 82. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a little kid, and I just remember hearing LL Cool J for the first time. I Need a Beat and Run DMC, Sucker MCs, and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? But right, you know what I'm saying?
Where did you hear it?
One of my older partners, you know what I'm saying, he just played it one day, you know, at his house, and it was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, your parents are, oh, that's noise, all that shit, right? So then fast forward, I moved to Boston, and I got family in Jersey and New York, because my granddad is originally from Crown Heights.
Okay, Brooklyn.
Right.
Shouts out BK.
Exactly. So I'm in New Jersey, listening to Mr. Magic, Rap Attack. Remember that?
Yes, of
Mr.
course.
Magic, Rap Attack. And Move the Crowd came on, Eric B. and Rakim. And it was the first time I heard Rakim. And I was like, man, wait a minute. Like, who is that? And my little cousins, they was like, man, that's Rakim. And like at that point, I was like, I knew, like, yeah, I want to do this. So I wrote my first little rap, and I said it to a couple of my homeboys, and they're like, yo, that's dope. And then, hey, I've been rapping ever since, bro.
That's dope. Yo, you brought me back because I tell people this all the time. At one point when hip hop was its insurgence, when it's starting to grow, we only heard hip hop heavy on the radio on Friday and Saturday.
Exactly.
Mr. Magic, I think he was Kiss 98.7 and Red Alert on WBLS.
Video Music Box.
Yeah, Video Music Box was the first big video show. Way before Yo MTV Raps and Rap City was Video Music Box. They only played it in New York.
That's it.
But it was historical. And it wasn't until a couple groundbreaking people hit like LL Cool J and Run DMC that they even got played on regular radio during the day.
Yeah.
That's why if you grew up in New York in the 80s, you listen to like stuff that people don't even know you would be listening to, like Boy George and the Culture Club and Wham and George Michaels, because hip hop only came out on the weekends, and during the week everything was blended into one. R&B, pop, top 40 was all the same thing. So
that's all we had, bro. Like I remember when MTV wouldn't even play black artists videos.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Billie Jean was probably
Yeah,
the first
Michael
thing
Jackson,
that
those
Michael
things.
Jackson like opened it up. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right.
So that's my era.
Yeah. I always hog the mic from Carrie. Carrie, you got anything else?
Well, I heard.
I'm getting used to sharing, you know.
So when you came out here,
Mm-hmm.
did you start rapping? Did you start like kind of coming out here and working with producers? You work with Rack, but did you? Because I do know that you're also into doing producing and ghostwriting.
Yeah, well, when I first came out here, like I said, my brother and I was going to put a studio together, but then he moved. And so I was kind of like at a little crossroad. I'm like, I could have, because I moved here from Atlanta, because I lived in Atlanta for some years, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, I could go back, but, you know, what I was doing in Atlanta at the time was kind of getting me in trouble. You know, I had already got cased up on some, you know what I'm saying? You know. And so I was like, nah, I'm not going to go back. I'm going to just stay and I'm going to make this shit work. So I actually had moved up to L.A., but then I came back here because I had my partner was in Oceanside and he DJ'd, but then he moved back to North Carolina because he's originally from North Carolina. Okay. So he moved back to North Carolina. So I was like, damn, you know what I'm going to do? And so, you know, this female who I was talking to at the time, she was like, you know DJ Rhett, right? And I was like, nah. And she said, well, if you're going to be doing music out here, that's who you need to talk to. And I said, well, do you know him? Where is he? And she was like, I don't have his number, but he was DJing at this spot in Oceanside called Anita's. It was like on El Camino.
Yeah.
He was DJing there on Monday nights.
Mexican joint, right?
Yeah.
On Monday nights.
Yeah, he was DJing there on Monday nights. And she was like, he's there on Monday nights. Go holler at him. And like that next Monday, I went up there and I looked for him. I was like, yo, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all a DJ? He was like, that's him. And I went and talked to him, you know, he's down to earth, and we chopped it up for like 15, 20 minutes, and we've been rocking out ever since. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but I didn't really do music seriously as I am now until a few years back, because he kept saying like, yo, man, you know, you need to get more serious about this shit. Like, you dope, you need to do this, you need to write, you need to do that. And so when they put this together, then that's when I started to come around more and start writing and, you know, getting back on it. You know what I'm saying?
Who have you ghostwritten for that we might know here locally?
I'm not really sure if y'all know some of it. Well, I've ghostwritten for a few people, but lately it's been more for sync placement. You know what I mean? Like TV and stuff like that. So we just got a placement with Fox Sports.
Nice.
Right now we doing something for Peacock. You know
nice,
what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, Peacock. We almost got a placement on Candy Cane Lane, the Eddie Murphy movie that came out on Netflix.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, but, you know, once we heard the soundtrack, it really wasn't much, like, outside of, like, major artists on there. You know what I'm saying? And then during the movie, there's one little snippet of whoever they chose for, you know what I'm saying? But it was, like, that long.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Whoever he's going to pick was going to be a real small
it was just going to be a real small piece. So yeah, that's what we've been doing. But like right now, it's been mostly for sync. So people who I've been writing for has just been people in the camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
you
who?
know, we got this dope singer. Her name is Aventine. You know,
I've been hearing about her, man. I would love to have Aventine on here.
Ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen her on social media. She's dope.
Yeah, she's dope. Sativa, she's super dope. She writes, you know, she raps, she sings. Chauncey, you know, Chauncey is ridiculous. You know what I mean? So, you know, just like the team, like if if it's like really right now, like the focus is like the camp. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
It's a good camp.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Like it's family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's family. So yeah, you know the vibe.
Yeah,
You know the SoungeLounge vibe, bro.
I do.
Yeah.
We found out about, funny enough, when we first got in the podcast game about 3 years ago, we was recording right out of Dame's business partner's conference room.
Mm-hmm.
And it was working too. It was dope. It had everything we need. And then he changed offices. He downsized. He was like, "Fuck, where we gonna record now?"
Mm-hmm.
We was recording just odd spots. We got the equipment, so really we could record wherever. But when you in the studio or in a you know, when the vibe is right, it's right. And then
Yeah.
I heard Rec had a studio, and I was like, and I knew he was doing podcasts at the time. He was doing podcasts with Rock Ness and Shireen.
Yeah, they were doing Rockness Mondays.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was asking him, "Yo, where you record at?" He said, well, I record in my studio, but we all do stuff in our own separate areas." And I was like, "Yo, could we record at your studio?" He's like, "Bet." And I came here. That's when I came down here and seen everything he had going on, man. I was blowing out my mind because once again, I know him since he was a small seed in the dirt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to see where he came up with a full-blown studio and podcast studio, 2 rooms, was crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we've been here ever since. Now we've been here for 2 years.
A word has been 2 years?
It's been 2 years.
Damn.
Yep. Crazy,
Time be
right?
flying, right?
It's crazy that we've been doing this for 3 years.
Right.
Just off of some, you know, just
Yeah.
let's just do something. It's pandemic going on, man. Let's just get out the house, man, and, you know, trying to make people laugh. Then we build another podcast off of that and another podcast off of that. And,
Right.
you know, we all trying to just do it, right? Trying to make
Everybody
it in this,
doing their shit,
trying to
man.
survive in this cold
You know
world.
what I'm saying?
So you've been a few places. Your sound is no one would know where you were from.
Nah.
They would probably think more East Coast, but then again, they might even just get hints of, you know, South.
South, yeah.
So how do you describe your sound?
Man, I was just, you know, it's just soulful, man. Like, you know, that's the type of shit I grew up on, you know what I mean? So those are the type of beats that I kind of gravitate towards, you know. I mean, I could rap over anything, but, you know, my dad DJ'd when I was a little kid, right? So he got like maybe 1,500 pieces of vinyl, and they all in like pristine condition because he don't let nobody touch his shit. He don't let nobody borrow his shit.
Yeah.
And so I just grew up listening to all of that. But, you know, it wasn't just like Motown. You know what I'm saying? He listened to Zeppelin. And, you know what I mean? The Rolling Stones and the Beatles and Hiroshima and like all type of shit. You know, he just listened to everything. So, you know what I'm saying? My sound is like, you know, that's why I can kind of like bounce around and jump on any kind of beat because, you know, I mean, you got to be able to do that, right? You know what I'm saying? You don't be one-dimensional, right? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, sometimes it seems like you can be one-dimensional and somehow make the bag, but
Right.
if you want to be respected
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
for your art and your talent, you need to be rounded still, in my
Exactly.
opinion.
Well, it's what separates, you know, people having longevity in the business.
Exactly.
You know?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
the wave is only going to last for
Right.
so long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I started to get into like writing more, like writing for other people, like just listening. Because when you listen to everything, you can write. You know, you can kind of just like, you know, kind of, you know, you're open to, you know, it's not just this one thing. So like even me, I be riding in the car listening to shit, and niggas be like, man, what the fuck is you listening to? Like, man, you got to get up on this, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yeah, you know, I mean, just worldwide shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like not just one particular sound. Like I don't put myself in a box.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'll
you
jump on
shouldn't.
anything. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because how could you grow? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You don't know who you're going to catch the attention of. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
We everyone by now is so used to hearing the same shit all the time anyway. You got to find a way to stand out anyway.
Well,
say
you know,
something?
and in this business, it's, you know, it's hard to separate. I mean, it's really tough. Anybody who makes it, it's like the percentage
Yeah.
is super small.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what
And
makes
that's-
you any different?
That's
Right.
where we at right
Yeah,
now. Like,
yeah.
you know, separate, because there's a million rappers. So what separates you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's the thing. But I think the thing that separates this era from mine is back then, everybody was, you know, Public Enemy was Public Enemy, right? NWA was NWA. Rakim was Rakim.
Yep.
KRS was KRS. Nowadays, I don't be knowing who the fuck these dudes is.
Right.
I'm like, is that such and such?
Right.
They're like, no, that's. I'm like, oh, these
Until they
shit be
get shot,
sounding the
until
same,
they
bro.
die, right? And then you hear.
Oh yeah,
That's
you know what I
interesting
mean?
you say that because we talk about this too a lot. Is the amount of biting that goes on now?
It's
like,
accepted.
yeah, it's
You can
very
do that
much-
now,
okay.
and it's
we,
cool.
we come from the school. We don't do that.
You don't do that. Like if
No.
you do it, it's yours.
Major violation.
You know what I'm
saying? Violation.
But it's just what it is now, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I'm dying to hear this because you've been to a few places, you've been to a few genres of time. Top 5 dead or alive.
Top 5 dead or alive. Well, for me, it's a mixture, right? So
Yeah, that's why I'm dying to hear this.
So top 5 dead or alive. Okay, I'll give you my top 10 real quick.
Oh, you can do 10. I like that.
Because, you know what I'm saying, like...
I really need 25 for myself, but I try to put the pressure on people. I'll give you 10
So
because you was bold enough to ask that.
yeah, so when I do my top 10, right, so I got 4 from New York, I got 3 from the West, I got 2 from the South, and I got 1 from the Midwest, right?
That's it.
Right. So from New York, Rakim gotta be there. There's just no way Rakim
He's
ain't
not in
there.
your top 5. You don't like
You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Rakim is not in your top 5. Jay gotta be there.
Hov ain't in it, in my opinion.
You know what I'm saying? The
Fuck
other
it,
two, the other two for me, because I know a lot of cats from New York, they'll say Biggie.
It's all objective after that.
It's
right?
all objective, but I feel like Nas kind of gotta be there too.
Gotta put Nas in. What are you talking about?
Gotta be
put
there.
Esco in there.
You know what I'm saying? Then the last slide, you know what I'm saying? It's like interchangeable. You know what I'm saying? I would say Biggie, but then a lot of people they really sleep on LL Cool J, bro.
If you
LL Cool J.
People don't understand. At one point, LL was in the conversation of everybody's top 3.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
They was saying like KRS-One, LL, and Rakim.
Like LL was a kid when he came out. Like he was like a
And-
teenager.
Nah, they
You know
don't-
what I'm saying?
They see him as
So-
an actor now. They see him sexy with the bald head, but
Yeah.
LL
Cool J. LL Cool J.
they went to the break of dawn.
Yeah. I mean, come on. From
Y'all don't know Vaseline. You don't know no Vaseline without to the break of dawn.
Yeah.
Dissing multiple people in one
You know what
song.
I'm saying? Like, yeah, LL, but to me it's either LL or Biggie. I usually gravitate more towards Biggie because Biggie just like lyrically was just so ridiculous. So those would be my 4. I go Rakim, I go Jay's, I go Nas, I go Biggie, right? But
You go Biggie / LL. I'm with
Biggie
that.
slash LL.
I'm not mad at that.
From the West, to me, Ice Cube
Of course.
can't not have Ice
Well,
Cube. You know what I'm saying?
he's the best rapper to ever come out the West, in my opinion.
You know what I'm
saying? My opinion.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg.
What Snoop did for hip hop is we
You know
just
what I'm
talking about
saying?
Snoop today.
Ice-T don't get enough recognition, but I can't put it. He don't get enough credit. But Tupac, he wasn't from the West, but he repped the West. The
repped the
rep
West.
claimed the West. So
Absolutely.
you cannot have Tupac or not have Tupac in the West. Then down south is Wayne and Scarface.
That's
It's
a
Wayne and
killer list.
Scarface.
It's a killer list.
And from the Midwest, I mean, to me, it's Eminem. You know what I'm saying?
It's gotta be Eminem.
My man said, "No, man, yay, Kanye." Which Kanye is a bad motherfucker, but Eminem is, yeah. So that would be
Eminem's
my
next level,
10.
I know. I love that 10, man.
You know
That
what I'm
10 is
saying?
serious.
And don't get me wrong, there's some people that I wish that I could, you know what I'm saying?
You
It's
saying 10. It's honorable mentions all the time. It's always gonna be honorable mentions.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
I'm not mad at that
But
top
yeah,
10
that'll
list.
be my
I'm going to
10.
argue that. I'm not mad at it.
That's my 10.
And it's your 10 even if I want to argue it. It's your 10,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying?
But did you see that Scarface tiny room?
Yes,
That was beautiful.
exactly.
You know that
So
one was.
dope.
Yeah.
So
I watched that
dope.
3 times in a row the first time I seen it. And
Yeah.
the next day I listened to it another 3 times.
yeah.
So he's touring with that now. It was so dope that now he's touring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
it's smart to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Like Scarface?
I feel bad for saying this. I forgot how dope Scarface was.
Yes. Faces.
He reminded me.
And let me tell you, we just saw the Jizza with
Oh, yeah.
accompanied by like a live band.
The orchestra, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't an orchestra. It was
Was
a
it
live
orchestra?
band. He had a 5-piece band. He had ODB's older brother playing the drums, and when he had like a bassist, guitarist. He had somebody playing the violin, who was also doing the keyboards. It was
And he
much
did Liquid
better.
Scores.
Like,
Liquid Scores, sorry.
oh yeah.
I just saw KRS-One.
So I think
Yeah,
we're running a
he's
little
there.
wave of more intimate shows with like
Yeah.
live bands.
I mean, it's definitely kind of gravitating back
Yeah.
towards that. Like, towards, like, you know what I'm saying?
art,
Like,
right?
The
Yeah.
art.
Because
You know what I mean?
now I love the fact that you can really listen to whatever you want to. If you don't want to listen to the bullshit, you ain't gotta even listen to the bullshit. And there's artists out there now that know that people will come and see them. They will
Right.
go see, you know, Jizza with a live band. They will go see Scarface
Scarface,
with a
yes.
live band and still respect it. And the people that don't know about them, and they do hear it, they're like, yo, this dude is
Yeah.
dope. Who is he? Like, who is he? Go fact check. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What do you mean, who is he?
Yeah.
Google it.
You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that my kids do that, man. This is off topic. My son is 7. He's gonna bug y'all out. He heard a Michael Jackson song all by himself. He was just playing around with his tablet, and somehow when he was on YouTube, a Michael Jackson song came out. So he started looking up more songs by this dude, because he was so impressed by this dude at 7
Uh-oh.
that he started looking for Michael Jackson songs. So once I knew he was interested, I started playing stuff on Alexa, play this, Alexa, play that. He's blown away. Like, he's the biggest Michael Jackson fan now. He's only 7
So what
in
that tell you?
2024.
I think you
What
have
did I
a
say
little
about
music
music?
head
So what that tell
on your
you?
hands.
You know what I'm saying?
But what
Yeah.
does that tell you?
For
Goat.
Yes.
GOAT and
Goat.
music is timeless. When it's dope, it's dope.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like a beautiful piece of art, when you see it, it's beautiful forever.
Right.
Yeah.
It's beautiful forever, man.
Yeah, man. That's
Try to
dope.
make beautiful music, motherfuckers.
Yeah, man.
God damn.
You know, this like watered down. He did it. It's hot. So I'm gonna try to copy what
Yeah.
he did. Yeah, man. That's that bullshit.
Sound like one long remix now. If you listen to Radio one day,
Listen.
man, you want to kill yourself.
There's something wrong with the whole pay-to-play thing.
I'm
right
saying
now. We
that
gotta,
pay-to-play
stop
thing is
it.
whack.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have 65 grand, you can get in how many markets? And you can suck.
Yeah. Sometimes I
said
sit.
it then went down to 65 grand.
I know, right?
Well, that's minimum.
That's minimal.
I
yeah.
thought it was 250.
65 will get you, a few markets.
We need to talk. We need to
Sometimes I'll feel like finding my G-rated stuff on Spotify, and I'll just listen to the radio when I'm with the kids in my car. And if a song is out, that pay-to-play shit is real. You can hear the same song 4 times
Yeah,
in
it's
1
crap.
hour. They force it down your throat. Talk about force feeding. You'll be singing a song you hate.
They must have paid
Because
$500,000.
They play this. You heard it so much that you
Yeah.
singing a song you despise,
Yeah.
and it's in your head. It's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it is. Same 10 songs every hour. Like, that's what it is, though. Yeah, man.
So tell us what kind of projects you got coming up for yourself.
Well, right now, I've just been recording, right? So, I was thinking about putting out a project because, like I said, I'm from that era where, albums mattered. Like a body,
Yeah,
of,
curating
a
an
body
album.
of work
Yeah, project.
mattered. You know what I'm saying? But it's not so much like that nowadays in the climate of music. So I'm like, well, I got these 50 songs. Let's just drop EPs and we'll drop a visual for everything, and because it's all about content now.
And it's all about
and,
the rollout. You can do a
Yeah.
whole album, but you got to roll it out properly.
Yeah, it's got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Build, what's the
I
way
be
to
catching,
build it up?
I be catching your anticipation. You showing people a little leg and shit, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's time to start. It's time to show them.
I know about the
the
guys. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
ready to see it, man. That's why I'm happy to have you here, man.
Yeah.
Tell the people how they can find you.
MGC Klass on IG, Instagram. What the fuck? At MGCKLASS. You know what I'm saying?
And what happened under there too, so you ain't gotta worry.
Oh yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, we'll have it on the screen.
Yeah, so you was asking about the name earlier.
Yes, I was asking where does the MGC come from?
All right, so MGC, as always, my era was the hustling era, right?
Yes.
So we hustled, we got money. So MGC was a little money game clique. That's what we called ourselves. That's like me and my little crew. You know what I'm saying? And some still here, most are not. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I adopted that because you know what I'm saying. Like when I went on Apple Music and all, I couldn't just be Klass because it was like a German DJ that had that name, so I had to put that on the front to differentiate. Even though he spelled his with 2 A's and mine is KLASS, but the name Klass came from so you got a lot of these cats. They'll name themselves after these Italian mob figures,
Yes.
Gotti's and the Soprano. No disrespect, right? But when you look at them shows, they don't fuck with us.
Nah.
They don't.
Oh, no.
Nah.
They don't fuck with
And
us.
the exact opposite.
Yeah, they don't fuck with us. So I wanted something that was kind of going to be more representative of us. And I literally was just scrolling through YouTube one night, and I came across a story, and it was of he was an enslaved African in Antigua. His name was Klass, and he was planning insurrection. It took him 8 years to put it together.
That's crazy.
And he was carefully planning this little strategy where every year there was this ball where all the masters would get together and celebrate and drink and get drunk and you know what I'm saying. And he sat back and was like, okay, it's way more us than it is of them. You know what I'm saying? If we take them out, then this shit is ours because they're on this island. It's, you know, it's isolated. You know what I'm saying? So you know, he was putting this plan together to put these barrels of gunpowder around and blow them up and like basically like kill all these slave masters and then just go along and pick everybody else up like on some Nat Turner shit.
Nat Turner shit.
But
early Nat Turner
shit. But before he could pull it off, somebody went and told.
Somebody snitched.
So he opened his mouth to somebody.
No, well, it was somebody that, you know, he trusted, like in his little inner circle.
Right.
And so, you know, one of the key players got cold feet when it was about to go down and went and ran off and told what they planned. You know what I mean? So they canceled the celebration and they rounded him and the rest of the dudes up and like they just executed them one by one. Like, you know, they said the way they did it was like,
of course, because they got to make an example
of whatever. But it's like
anybody else got any funny ideas and shit.
Yeah, exactly. But if they said if you go over to Antigua, they got statues of this dude. Like that's how important he was and shit. And I was like, damn, that's dope. And it was Klass with a K. So a lot of these dudes out here, you know, Crip niggas, they like, oh man, I ain't spelling that shit with a K. I'm spelling it with a C. And I'm like, bro, it ain't got nothing to even do with that. You know what I'm saying? But that's so I just kind of like put the two together. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's an amazing story.
That's what says a long story. Look them up.
I'm looking up now. I'm sure just from just what you told me, I should be able to find them with the greatest ease. But you know the link, that's even better.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Nah, that's a dope ass story.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure to this day they still respect him because.
Oh yeah, to this day.
The guy that told did he snitch? Did he die too?
Probably no. He, you know, from what I read, they spared him because he told the plan, but like everybody else, like they did some real fucked up shit to them, like to make an example.
Well, they had to.
You know,
just in case anybody else was trying.
Just in case anybody else got any bright ideas.
On the strength of what he said.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that's where that came from.
Well, shit. Good.
Yo,
well, you already know what it is, man. We hear him talking, man. We got a little deep into his world.
You know?
Now it's time to get to work.
Yep.
What we doing?
You know what we about to do.
All right.
Big Case, Kara, Klass with a K.
Klass with a K. You already
do
know.
your research. You'll be back in 2 seconds.
You already know.
MixxDrinks. Who wants a drink? Who wants a drink? Who wants a bar? Who wants a beat? This is MixxDrinks.
See, I don't know if they speak my language, so I try to translate it as best I can. Cut from a different cloth, you feel me? It's legacy over lifestyle. And I don't do this shit for me, I do it for the family. And it ain't easy. I just make it look that way. Klass. Look. Smoking loud in the new McLaren is glacier white. Wayne Manor, yeah, we live in that palatial life. Run up $1 million and wire them commas overseas. Fucking a double agent, that's how I avoid the D's. 50 bricks in Miami, I got the Florida keys. Bag heavy, them Tony Montana lawyer fees. 3 bad bitches, call them the Holy Trinity. Ballin' forever, even the pool is infinity. I keep a stash for the small phase hunters. Jewelry full of water, now I need some wave runners. We on the Asian tour out in Singapore, lifted. Aventine steering, now we Tokyo drifting. Loyal nigga, I live my life in accordance. I can't respect you if you don't understand the importance. True story, either I lived it or witnessed it. Some of the names have been changed to protect the innocent. I'm looking clean in my linen and Louis slippers. Looking clean in my linen and Louis slippers. What more can I say? I'm a bougie nigga. What more can I say? I'm a bougie nigga. I'm looking clean in my linen and Louis slippers. Looking clean in my linen and Louis slippers. What more can I say? I'm a bougie nigga. What more can I say? I'm a bougie nigga. Look. See, I've been blessed with a certain je ne sais quoi. Do everything I do with a little touch of panache. Baby got an affinity for the menage a trois. My light is ambient, so just soak up the ambiance. Graduated from nosebleeds to floor seats. Dropped the 50 ball just to hear the floor squeak. Own nothing, control everything. Crossover from street to corporate, my hezzy mean. Nigga, hitting Tuliano on the burner. Learn to only associate with 7-figure earners. See that the round table, this the millionaire circle. Off-white Louis bag full of blow like Virgil. Got an ATL buyer in a New Jersey Connect. Tell them meet me in the middle and they come out of respect. Now the operation touching every city in between. Rent cycle, I don't touch it till it's Marty Bird clean. Nah, man, looking clean in my linen and Louis slippers. I'm looking clean in my linen and Louis slippers. What more can I say? I'm a bougie nigga. What more can I say? I'm a bougie nigga. Looking clean in my linen and Louis slippers. I'm looking clean in my linen and Louis slippers. What more can I say? I'm a bougie nigga. What more can I say? I'm a bougie nigga. Yeah. We doing mixed drinks, SoungeLounge, MGC. You know what I'm saying? That's just that's light, just something light. You know what I'm saying?
Still light work. We doing okay.
A little bit.
We doing all right.
Yeah.
Yo, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a goddamn friend.
Tell him, man.
Mixed drinks, big
Mixed
case.
drink.
MGC Klass.
Yes, sir. D Nice, what up? DJ Rack, Aventine, Sativa, Chauncey, O'Keefe, Royal, the whole squad, Dollar. Hey, man, the family. Y'all niggas, you know.
Yes, sir. Mixed Nuts is the movement.
Mixed drinks. Who wants a drink? Who wants a drink? Who wants a bar? Who wants a beat? This is Mixed Drinks.